Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set, 19. In your face.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
19 yards. And the Texans first down.
Reset, 19. Tackle.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the 50, it's Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Deontay Foreman, a man who missed nearly all of 2018. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Here's Watson. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Right, 40. Bring it. Strong right. Right for that. Check. Right for that.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Lock on 3rd down. And he gets it to Funchess complete. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Check out.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And the Texans scoop it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the gun, here's Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off them? And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Watson. Buying time to his... And this results in 6. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive... I mean, remember we talked with the offensive line? And one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. If I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me, often that opens up enough space for him to go.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. It was Justin Houston who got him down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to them, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Watson hands this to Foreman. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On first down, it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And down inside the 15 he goes. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They'll go with Foreman, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if you bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Love. Caught left side by Hilton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Monday.
Out of the gun, Love. Able to find a rookie from Ohio State, Paris Campbell. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Luck now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 11 Z. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. I got you, Pop. Mike.
Love throwing again. And he's got his man Hilton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again is Locke. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now a carry from Mack, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Mike 41. We got to wedge that, huh? Hey, orbit.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Margus Hunt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the red zone now, Watson. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Out of the gun, Watson. Dance, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Margus Hunt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and goal at the 7-yard line.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Watson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Luck. He completes this one to Mack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Luck now to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. On 1st down, Hines. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Luck. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st down, it's Luck. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Luck. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To the air again, Luck. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Here's Luck. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Throw left side complete to QT. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Foreman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Check, set, 19. Check, 53, right. Hey, left. Watch the slack. Slide. Go.
On 2nd and 12, Watson forced out to his left. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
And 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Let's get it together. Whoa. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Down the block.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
All day, every day, any day.
Here's Foreman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
What is that? 19. All day. 41.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Here's Watson. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here for the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. Back to throw. Luck gets this to Campbell out on the right side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Watch the slant. Check 24. Check 24. 12.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck to the right side to Eric Ebron.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Colts on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Set, 19. Check 41. You got nothing. 26. You got nothing.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A little juke. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man is QT, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Watson, flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A carry for Foreman, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Watson now, operating from the gun, and this is going to be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Locke. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Locke. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Past the 20. 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. His pass caught at the 4. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Mike, back up. 622. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right back up.
Now it's Luck. And the catch made by Hilton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Hey, good check, good check. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
They'll fake it. Now Love. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's hear it, Texans fans.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Houston, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us.